And we're watching these shares of C3.ai that are getting a great boost today on a strong quarterly report. Our guests are with us for some perspective here. David Nicholson, Chief Research Officer of the Futurum Group, and Kim Forrest, Founder, Chief Investment Officer at Boca Capital Partners. Kim, I'll start with you. Some thoughts here. Do you love C3.ai? I mean, look, anybody who had it today, they're happy they see a 20% move. Did you like it before? Do you like it now?
Well, I kind of like it, and I like it because it's delivering the kind of AI that I really believe in. And what that is it analyzes little slivers of a business and then allows them to make it more productive. Like, who doesn't like that? Well, I'll tell you, those little slices cost a lot to figure out. And while an investor might think they're buying a software company, I'll pose to you that C3.ai is really, or C3.ai is really a consulting company that delivers their product via software. And you will never get the profitability as a shareholder from that kind of company as opposed to somebody that's just delivering software.
I see. Okay, well, we're going to have the CEO on next week. We're going to have a lot of questions for him. David, some of your thoughts, please.
So Kim nailed it. And you know, I agree, except that I love C3.ai for some of the reasons that Kim just mentioned. They are, in fact, a services and consulting company that is doing the sort of block and tackle bread and butter AI that really matters. They're not chasing the shiny object. But the thing that I really like about them is their position in the greater panoply of tech companies. They, in my opinion, are going to be a ripe target for some of the mega players seeking to add the capabilities of a C3.ai to their portfolio. I think that's the big story.
Yeah. I will say, David, you mentioned your personal opinion that the company's a very attractive acquisition target. You think I should ask Tom next week if he feels or if he's been approached for
you should ask him.
And acquisitions?
Ask him. Yeah, but Thomas Siebel's a pro. What he'll tell you is no. We're after growth. We want to be number one. I'm a bit cynical coming out of 30 years in the tech business. Often it's better to be number two or number three to have your final outcome be the best outcome possible.
Who do you think would be the suitor, David?
You know, there are a few, but the one that comes to mind is Oracle, frankly.
Well,
Kim, when you talk about yeah, go ahead.
They bought his last company. Why wouldn't they buy his next company, right? I mean, are we in the same choir here? I think so.
I think so. Sister from another mister.
Now I see. Yeah, good point. Good point. Like they already know, his wares type of thing, right? Yeah. Kim, when you did mention about the clients and just having some big clients, I don't know how that works for a company like C3.ai, and what do you compare it to? Are there other names? You said this one's attractive, or yes, you like it, but are there other names that you like more, and why?
Sure. Well, I actually am really rooting for this company because, as I said, I love companies that can and do deliver productivity. Like, that is my gold standard of investing. The bad thing is I've worked as a consultant in this area, AI, and it's a really tough row to hoe. Although I think the tools are better and the data certainly is better, so they have a shot. But I really still like software companies that are feeding into the semiconductor industry. So I prefer Synopsys as a more of a pure play software company that will benefit as AI gets rolled out over the next decade or so.
When you think about, first of all, the old takeover, the first takeover was what? So everybody's on the same page.
Oh, of Siebel Systems. He had a CRM company called Siebel Systems that it flourished for a while. It had, I guess, their customers were looking more for a software experience, not a building their own CRM with tools provided by Siebel Systems. So CRM, or just kind of died on the vine because it was too expensive, and it was bought in 2005 by Oracle.
As you say CRM, I think about Salesforce today. Would you buy Salesforce on the big sell-off? Who says yes? Both of you? Nobody?
Now I'm going to pass
David?
to see how it plays out.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Pass. And Kim, would you?
Now I'm going to pass to see how it plays out. If this really is companies pulling back, there really is no substitute. But this company has been rewarded because it's a growth company. And if that phase of its life is over, it's hard to own a company transitioning away from being a high growth company to being, a reasonably priced growth company, because the asset base has to change. The holders have to change.
David Nicholson of the Futurum Group, Kim Forrest of Boca Capital, thank you both. Good to see you. I need you next week for the interview.